What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode. As you guys saw in the last video, Aiden landed a brown. I'll pop a clip of that real quick on the screen. So we got some eggs here that we're going to cure up. We're going to be using two types of cures. We have a cold water cure and a brown sugar salt mixture cure. Okay, so the first part, we're just going to take brown sugar, dump it in here. And you bust open your salt. Bust open your salt. Whole cup of this, right? You want to make sure you're using non-iodized salt, because if you use iodized salt, it will burn right through your eggs. So we got about a cup there of salt. That's going to go in here as well. And you just want to stir it all up so that salt gets dissolved along with the sugar, and then you'll basically just be left with a salty sugar water.
We're also going to be cold curing some of our eggs, so I got just a little bowl with some water in it. Make sure it's nice and ice cold, and then you want to take some of the eggs and you just want to pour it right into the water, and you want to let them soak in there for a little bit. Not too many, because we're going to do. And you just want to let them soak up all that ice cold water. It'll get the eggs nice and plump, so when you're ready to cure, they're nice and big. For the cold cure, you just want to wait anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes and your eggs should be ready. And then you just want to drain all the water out and your eggs should be nice and plump.
Alright, so I'm just getting rid of all the sediment. You can kind of see there's still a little bit of salt and brown sugar mixture stuck to the bottom, but you just want to make sure that gets all dissolved into your water until it turns about this dark brownish color. And then once it's just about ready, so you just take your eggs, what's left of them, and you dump them in here. Okay, so now that you have all your eggs soaking in here, you just want to wait about 45 minutes to an hour. And basically they're just going to shrivel up real small, smaller than they already are. They're just going to get all shriveled up, and then you're going to drain the water. Then you're going to boil, we're going to boil some more water, and you throw that in here as well, and that'll re-expand them, and they'll be plump and all full of the juicy goodness. So I'll catch you guys in about 45 minutes.
Alright guys, now that we have all of the eggs in here and they're soaking in with the salt and the brown sugar, the dissolved stuff, you can see there's some eggs that might be squished in here or might be bad eggs. You just want to eliminate those eggs out of the batch because you don't want those to ruin your sack.
Alright guys, we have a batch of our cured up eggs right here. Looking like gold. Got all the tying stuff ready.
What's up guys, I just got out of the shower so the hair might be a little bit wonky, but we're gonna show you guys how to tie up these spawn sacks right now. It's a pretty simple process. All we did was we took about a half, I had a Ziploc baggie, let me show you guys. I had a Ziploc baggie about this big, filled up halfway with eggs, and then what I did is, hold on a sec, I'll be right back. This Atlas cure right here, it's just the natural white. You want to make sure you have the white here. And I took about a half a tablespoon of that, so about a half, put it in the Ziploc baggie, and then I've just simply mixed up the eggs. Then once the cure's all mixed up, I take just under a half a scoop of this Atlas cure again, put it in the baggie, mix up the eggs, and then you wait about 12 to 14 hours, and this is the result. Nice, oh shoot, nice cured up eggs ready to be tied in spawn sacks. Now with brown cure, less is always better, so never overcure your eggs when you're fishing for trout. It's a terrible mistake a ton of people do. So let's get to this spawn sack tying process. All right guys, so tying up sacks. Two main colors for when you're going in Milwaukee Lagoon or for brown trout and rainbows. Two main colors are chartreuse and a pink. I know a lot of guys also fish a peach color, that works as well, but we're going to show you how we tie up a clown sack, our version of a clown sack. It actually works fairly well. Tony will show you guys that in a sec. Okay, so to start off, you want to take your one piece of spawn netting. I prefer Atlas. These are the 4-inch squares, I believe, or 3-inch, one of the two. They work really well, and you also get some scraps out of them, so you can make even more. And then I take about, some guys like a bigger sack, some guys like a smaller sack. I like my sack right in the middle, so about a nickel-sized sack, maybe about that many eggs. I don't know if you guys can see that. Spoon them in. And then what you do is you just take the spawn bag, fold up the corners, and then I like to pinch the eggs so they're nice and tight. And if you pop a couple in the process, it doesn't really matter too much, as long as your spawn bag is nice and tight. So, and then you just give it a little twist here. Some guys like to use the machine. I like to just do it by hand. It works a lot better. It's actually more efficient too. You get to tie it. All right, so I just take a little bit of this Atlas, I don't forget what this is called, Atlas magic thread. Thank you, Tony. Take a little of this Atlas magic thread, and you just go 1, 2, 3 around, pull, 1, 2, 3 around, pull, 1, 2, 3 around, pull, and it just snaps off just like that. And then I usually just have a little twig end, and I just wrap that around 3 times, pull, and you're all good. And there's about a nickel-sized spawn sack, all tied up nice and tight for you guys. Want to make sure that's tight because it milks your eggs, and it keeps those eggs milking as you put them on the hook. A lot of guys, some guys will tie their spawn sacks real loose. I don't like to do that just because, first off, it doesn't hold the shape as well, but also it just gives a better presentation when you have it at tight, and it milks the eggs a little bit better, as you can see. So that's your basic spawn sack right there. Perfect size for all brown trout, steelhead, anything like that. If you have a little bit of murkier conditions or pressured conditions, you can also tie the clown sack, which is a little different color, and Tony's going to show you how to tie that up right now.
Okay, similar to how Aiden tied the regular spawn sack for you guys, I'm going to be tying up a clown sack. Basically, it is just, you use 2 different colors. I'm going to be using chartreuse and pink. I like to put the chartreuse on the outside because the pink is a more dominant color and it comes through more prominent. So if you put the pink on the outside, it kind of just covers up the chartreuse. So I'm just going to take some eggs here, spoon them right in there. You want to make sure you're making all different sizes too, because the presentation, you know, just like you would downsize for a bass, like say finesse fishing, the same thing goes for these spawn sacks. When the fish are picky, they like to eat smaller spawn sacks. So this one's going to be a little bit on the larger side, but you basically are just doing the same thing, like so, and you just twist it a couple times. Like so. And then you're going to take the magic thread. I like to take I'm going to take the green one, only because it hides a little more because the chartreuse is on the outside. You just wrap that a few times. I do it a little bit different than Aiden. I like to tie it on loose, and then if you pull, see how I kind of cinched it together, just break it off, trim off these little corners, trim off the rest of those, and you got yourself a clown sack. Now that I have the clown sack tied, I'm just going to quick tie up a pink one real quick just to show you guys the color scheme difference. The main reason you want to fish a clown sack is when the water's really pressured, the fish are normally used to seeing either a chartreuse or a straight pink sack. So this clown sack gives a completely different abnormal presentation that they're not used to seeing, so it'll entice the more pressured fish to actually eat So I'm just going to tie up a pink one real quick, and then I'll show you guys the difference between the three. Okay, so I just tied up that pink one real quick. Here's the pink one. Here's Aiden's chartreuse one, and here's my clown sac. If you can almost barely tell the difference, but in the water you can really tell the difference. So here's the difference between the pink and the clown, and here's the difference between the chartreuse and the clown. You can tell it really gives a mixture of the two presentations and just combines it. Not a lot of people use this kind of sac, which is why it works very well for the pressured fish. Alright guys, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. It was slightly different than what we normally film. We did one earlier in the year about how we cure our skein, but this was a whole different process, different fish, different eggs, different everything. So we thought it would be a good idea to show you guys how we do this, because we are going to be using these sacs pretty much every time we're trout fishing this year. We're going to set them up on autos. And that's how we're going to be catching our browns to the ice this year, some steelhead as well. So like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy. We will be coming out pretty much, I'm not going to lie to you guys, we're just stalling right now. We're waiting for the ice to come around. It should be here within the next 2 weeks. If it's here by Christmas, that's the goal. We're hoping to have some ice here by Christmas. We got so many videos planned. We got trout videos, pike videos, muskie videos, crappie, bluegill, catch and cooks, perch, jumbo perch. We got so much stuff planned. We're just obviously waiting for some snow and some ice to show up. So when that shows up, we're gonna be posting some bangers. So make sure you guys should stay tuned for those. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you don't miss when I post a video. The videos were a little slow this week. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and a good time to spend with some family and friends. Drop a comment, let me know what videos you guys want to see, maybe some ice ideas, maybe some open water ideas. If you guys got open water ideas, let me know, because that would be lit. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.